desperate step, music to put the embarrassment of the phony children behind her, Meghan Markle continues to act and mislead the public. Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Kate Middleton on the Green News Channel. You won't succeed in life by attempting to take advantage of others, as my spouse likes to say. The Gauze's wheels grind relatively slowly, yet they do so finely. I'm overjoyed to see you again. Meghan is allegedly still acting because she wants to deceive the public, according to a royal analyst. Be not deceived, he warns. Meghan has paid a quick visit to the Invictus Games in Germany. She would be powerless if the truth came out. She's attempting to save any future. Without the bleak one, she has a future. Their divorce is public knowledge, and they haven't shared a residence in a while. This is hardly a surprise. As part of a multi-million-dollar agreement, Netflix is shooting this event. The streaming behemoth would have made it abundantly obvious to them that anything less than a united front will result in contracts being cancelled, legal action, retaliation, and an even bigger backlash for Meghan Markle in the form of negative press. The actress would have been worried that this would become known, which would be extremely problematic for her in any future deals she wishes to make. She was criticized by Spotify officials for being unreliable, and together with Harry and the two thieves, the actress could not afford for Netflix to do the same, which is what prompted her brief trip to the Invictus Games. Andrew Peters inquiring as to why Markle, who was initially listed on the official guest list, has suddenly been quickly erased. The joint CEO of Netflix is said to have summoned an emergency meeting just days ago. When Spotify terminated the swindling team, Netflix was more than mortified. The firm didn't want to be seen as a company that took on customers who were dropped by others, but the harm had already been done. Because Netflix has been informed repeatedly that the two invisible youngsters who have never met any members of their own royal family are the topic that has to be addressed, it seems to reason that Netflix would ask them why not now in order to keep the Netflix party going in Germany. So much for playing mommy and staying at home with the kids. Meghan Markle was gushing in front of the cameras about their invisible children. I mean, now I wonder who's even taking care of those kids because their parents are on a different continent or what? I guess Meghan thinks a 2-year-old should be in school already, and Harry thinks both of his kids are under 3 years old. He can't even keep that straight. I'm not going to include the royal family in this group because I believe they were victims in all of this as well and that they were likely blindsided, so we must ask again, where are the children? It's also possible that this is the biggest scam that has ever been perpetrated. Not only Meghan, but also the people who have assisted her, colluded with Meghan and Harry, or who have remained silent while being aware of the truth are all guilty. I tell you though, this whole situation stinks to high heaven. There's so much that does not add up, all the smoke and mirrors, all the stalling, coming up with excuses. Someday this story is going to blow wide open and the damage is going to be incredible. And if Meghan supposedly has to do school drop-off, then how come she's never been papped doing that? I mean, they could easily blur the children or find Meghan alone in the car when she's coming to school, or going from school something, but now we have not seen anything. In the news sources who posted that photo of Meghan driving said that it was the first time she's been seen driving since 2020, so obviously she is not the one doing school drop-offs, and apparently Montecito is basically a pat-free zone. Even TMZ said that they and other entertainment outlets like ET and Access Hollywood do not send photographers up there because there's a silent agreement to reject the projects of the wealthy who live there, and I never saw Ellen or Oprah papped. They're always somewhere else when that happens. It has only begun since Meghan moved there, and it's just bad grit. Who paps her anyway? She wants attention, so she's going to make sure that she's seen, especially when her husband or the real royals are getting any positive attention in the media. She's a narcissistic sociopath. A woman is crazy. She will do whatever it takes to keep her name in the gossip rags because, in Meghan's opinion, any publicity is preferable to none, and as I previously stated, Harry appears pitiful when Meghan is present. You guys have also talked a lot about this with us in the video's comments section. Unfortunately, Harry is unable to smile naturally when Meghan enters, so I want to discuss some of your thoughts. Meghan Markle shouldn't have given a speech there, as most of you seem to agree. The Invictus Games, according to Aquarius, merit having different ambassadors than what they now have. It's turned into the Harry and Meghan show, and those brave veterans deserve so much more than that. We agree with you, but sadly it doesn't seem as though Meghan and Harry are concerned, and Missy adds that handing Skid Markle a microphone is like handing a serial killer a chainsaw. I'd want for you to comment more. Meghan Markle is the very last person who ought to ever be given a microphone, which is both amusing and accurate. She has no idea how to operate it. He won't stop sharing, according to Sarah Garnett, unless he takes accountability, and he has no intention of doing that. He is an extremely self-centered individual who disrespects his grandparents and trods on the grave of his mother. He is not a parent. Something about you will change once you have children and adore them. How often can pretend parents of young children leave them behind? Some parents bring their nanny along. It's important to note this. If they had children, Sarah, we would have seen them and they would be traveling with them. When you have young children, you never want to be apart from them because you constantly worry about them. Meghan and Harry haven't shown us that, so I'm inclined to think they don't. Chilly Bird's reply is good, too. Harry hasn't, in my opinion, absorbed the realities of daily life. Knowing what he married, he needs to end his relationship with her. Harry has to get away from the American people rather than stressing about appearing good. Harry really should give off caring about how he looks. When he ultimately decides to leave Meghan, he needs to stop thinking about the reactions of others. He must reflect deeply on the differences between his life today and what it was like before she entered it. I doubt that will occur unless he can genuinely claim that it is better with her involved. Kate London added, "Just give it up," to which I wholeheartedly concur. Apologize to your dad over the phone. You can go to rehab in Botswana when he gets you on the first plane out of there. It's time to end this whole act. I mean, honestly, it's time. Harry needs to save himself before it's too late, even though I know he would feel ashamed if he acknowledges he was mistaken about this. Susan Roberts claims that the issue is that Meghan Markle and Harry are both narcissists. Both of them aspire to command the attention of everyone in the room. They each want to be heard, even if it means competing with one another. Meghan Markle constantly silences Harry because she is aware that she can get away with it and that he won't put up much of a fight. Some individuals think Harry is an empath.